Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Uncle Joe, and I hope you guys are having a great day today. Today, I'm actually going to help you figure out something that I just figured out: how to stop losing and start winning some games in FC26. So I have 6 tips that I'm going to be giving you. Once you implement that in your game with a little bit of practice, you're going to be going from losing to winning. Now, I'm not guaranteeing this, but for sure, you should be good. So tip number 1 is settings. Now settings has a 2-part to this. The first part is camera. Depending on how you like your camera can make or break you. I personally am not a fan of the new Ultimate Team competitive camera, so I got it on disable. But if that's something that you like, hey, put it on. Now when we go on our single player camera, this is where it's a couple of stuff. I personally like 3 different kind. You got the telebroadcast that I'm running right now. You got the tele and co-op. Now some people might like the EA Sports gameplay, game cam. I'm not a fan of it. It moves around a little bit too much for my liking, and moving around while I'm trying to play and move, that's not working. You're messing me up. The telebroadcast, that's my go-to. It's not too far, not too close. It's kind of like in the middle for me. Other people might not like that. Maybe you like tele. Tele is a little bit closer than telebroadcast. And maybe you like to be a little bit closer to your guys, see what's going on. That's on you. Co-op is a little bit wider. Now when you're wider, you can see a whole much of the field. Now that can be something that you like as well. Depending on what camera settings you put can literally be a game changer. You might be doing everything right and you're just playing too wide, and you don't like that, and you switch to tele, and all of a sudden everything that you're doing with the tele camera, now all of a sudden you're winning games. It could just be one thing. Like I said, try different things. Try telebroadcast, try tele, try co-op. See what works for you, what doesn't work for you. That could be that one thing, and then you can just start winning games just off that. Now part 2 of the settings is your tactics. Now your tactics is another thing that's super important. Depending on your formation that you're using, your build up and your defense approach, that all sets up a huge way you play. Now, depending on your style, your build-up style, you might play with short passing, where you're passing it around, your guys stay a little bit closer to each other. Like it says, you keep the defensive shape for a longer period of time. Maybe you like that, and maybe you play better like that. Maybe you're more of a balanced guy, and you like everything to be, balanced. Your guys go up, he comes short. Everything is a little bit more balanced. Maybe you like to counter. You get behind guys and just go quickly. You just attacking. Maybe you like that, and maybe that's your style. It all depends. The way you play, fix it that way, change your style that way, and from there you can start winning some games. Now the defensive approach, if you're messing up on defense, hey, maybe you want to go deep. Stay a little bit deeper to your end. Play defense a little bit more. Everyone drops, so everyone's together more. Maybe you want to be a little bit more balanced. Everyone's staying how they're staying. You got the guys on top, stay in the middle. The guys on the bottom, stay on the bottom. And you rocking it like that. Maybe you like it like that. Maybe you want to go high, a little bit high up, pressing them a little bit more. Or you want to go extremely high and really press them. Something like this is useful, but be mindful you're using a lot of stamina. If you're using a lot of stamina, your guys, they're going to be out of there real soon. So be mindful of how you're using them. Now when it comes to the player roles, that's very important as well. Of course, once again, depending on your formation that you have, we're going to go with a striker, because I'm pretty sure everyone has a striker with their formation that they're using. Let's say you have a guy that's like Ronaldo. He's a poacher with double pluses. But maybe you like to play with your wingers, and you rather your striker play false 9, come down a little bit more, have your wingers attack more. Maybe that's how you play. It all depends on you. Depends on your style. You have your left back and right back. Maybe you rather them, instead of play more balance, maybe you want them attacking, and they're going all the way up. Maybe you want them in the middle, in the false back. Maybe you want them right in the middle of attacking the wings. Or maybe you want them being a standard fullback. It all depends on how you play. Which leads to my third tip, which is game style. Now, game style goes hand in hand with settings, because depending on how you play, you might be a fast player that likes to counter. Now, instead of having your striker as a false nine, you have him as advanced forward. You have your wingers all attacking. Now, if you don't have wingers and you have two strikers, you have them all attacking, and that's just how you play. Maybe you're more of a patient guy and you want to take your time, build up a little bit slow. You can switch yours to passing, short passing, or even balance. Take your time. You might like to really buckle down on defense. Set your defense all the way down to deep. It all depends on how you play. Depending on how you play, set up your settings to kind of accommodate you, so that when you play, your play style and your settings go hand in hand, so now your guys are not messing up. They're on the same path as you, and y'all playing exactly the same. Now, fourth tip is defense. Now, there's certain things in FC 26 that we can't do that we could have done in FC 25. Now, let me show you. So what I've noticed that in FIFA 26, when you do a standing tackle, you get paused way more than 25. Now, as you can see, I did that and I was kind of stuck. I had to switch in order to get the right person to get an actual good tackle. Now, had I not switched, my opponent would have scored. But because I switched at the appropriate time using the analog, I was able to get the right person that I wanted to and get the tackle. So it's like a dramatic standing tackle, but once that happens, automatically switch using the analog stick so you can find exactly who you want, because you might hit the L1 button. Doing that, yes, it's going to switch, but it's not going to go to who you want, and now it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. Now, being patient on defense is another key thing. You don't always have to just tackle. Sometimes you just wait. You jockey over your guy, knowing when's the right time to attack. You don't always have to attack. Sometimes you just wait. Be patient, wait for the right time to strike. Almost like you're a snake. You know, you're waiting for the right time, and once you get that right time, you attack. As you can see, I'm jockeying, I'm waiting for the right time. Looking to see I don't got it, let me switch. I messed that up, let me switch back. I'm not reaching, I'm not standing tackling. I switched again. I'm waiting for the right time. He's moving. I switch again. He's moving. I switch again. I'm taking my time. I'm waiting. Switch again. This is the right time? Is it the right time? Bam. Get out of there. To my fifth tip, which is attacking. Now, once I get the ball, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I could do. But what I do is I take my time. Slow it down. Instead of going forward, let's go back a little bit. Let's get my guys involved. Pass it backwards. Let my striker go up a little bit more. Now I start moving a little bit more, seeing who's open. Now I can keep going, but instead, I'll throw it up a little bit. Now my guy keep going, through ball, boom. Now we have an opportunity to score. So here's another example of just patiently attacking. We're gonna take our time. We don't just wanna rush into the defense because we don't know what they're gonna do. We're going into the open space, seeing what we have. We start moving, we don't have anything, let's cut down. Somebody's there, boom, pass it right out. Now he I keep saying reach like I'm playing basketball, but he did that. He was able to capitalize, go up. Now we see our guys moving, boom, through ball. Now, this is an open shot. Don't we have an open shot? It looks like it. But let's take our time. Slow it down. Boom. Through ball. Easy go. All we gotta do is patiently attack. We don't have to rush. Which leads into tip number 5, being unpredictable. Sometimes we can't just do the regular things we do. We can't just attack in a regular way that you know I'm going to attack. Sometimes we have to be unpredictable. So right here, we got the ball into empty space. So boom, we're moving. But instead, what I do is I slow down, let go of the sprint button, see my options, see what I have, instead of just bursting forward. I don't want to lose the ball. Let's play smart. So now what I do, I pass it down. See what I can find. My guy's a little bit open. I'm gonna send it right back to him. Now I can easily just keep going, but what I do, I take my time. I slow it down. Now I got a little bit more space. Do a little bit of a skill move, pass it back out. Seeing my options. My guy is getting open, throw it up. What I do, through ball. Now I can easily attack, but what I do is I pass it down. I can attack again now, take my time, slow down, pass it back down. I can pass it down again because he's open in the wing, but I go back up, pass it back up to Ronaldo. He's open, take a shot. Now, it was so many different ways that I can go about doing it, but in my head I'm thinking, let's be unpredictable. Let's do something he wouldn't expect me to do in order to get a goal, which I did. That's being unpredictable. So another way that I showed how I'm unpredictable is I'm in the corner, kick it out. Instead of doing a cross, we're gonna walk in a little bit, play outside in. We see some space, let's attack. You think I'm gonna shoot it, but what I do a fake shot. Now, he didn't expect me to do the fake shot, which got me a wide open shot. So something as simple as a fake shot could be something that they're not expecting. You're being unpredictable, which can get you a shot and a goal. So now my 6th and final tip is to play lots of game online. Now this is key. The more you play online, the more you get into a habit of playing, understanding defense, understanding offense, understanding how you play yourself, what you like. The more you play online, it makes it easier. Yes, playing against the AI is cool, but it's different when you're playing against an actual person. When you're playing against an actual person, they're unpredictable. They're doing things that a computer wouldn't do. When you're playing against a computer, sometimes you don't even have to sprint. Sometimes you can kind of let go and just kind of cruise, but that's just the AI playing like the AI. But when you're going against somebody that's constantly going, let's say you're going against somebody, you're going against like three or four different people. All of them are just go, 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 go. You have to adapt to that. Now you might go against guys that's playing slow and passive. You can take your time, but now you understand, okay, if I'm going against someone that's playing slow, this is how I can attack. If you're going against someone that's going fast, this is how I can attack. As well as defense, this is how I'm going to play defense. But the more you play, the more you get used to it. You get comfortable. So now when you play, you can go against any style. You're not going to get flustered. You're always going to stay calm, and you know what you're doing. Now with those 6 tips that I gave you, if you do some practice, set up your settings, and just learn the game and play more often, you're gonna get better. You're gonna start winning some games. Not saying that you're gonna win everything. You might lose, but with losing, you learn, you understand, you get better. Then you realize you start losing less. Then you start winning more. Well, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you'd like to see next. You know, I'm pretty new to this, so any advice you can give me will be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.